Here's an observation if you're going to build a house in the Yucatan. I happen to be building one on a ranch, but the same holds true even if you're building it in a small pueblo or probably even in a city. If you're doing it in Merida, you probably have a builder doing it. But if you're doing it yourself, Yucatan is rock, a lot of rock and a little bit of dirt. And one piece of equipment you're going to have use of is a backhoe with a jackhammer on it. When you rent one of these, it's typically going to come with a bucket on the back and also a jackhammer, so he can take one off and use the other and switch back and forth. And then of course it's got a big bucket on the front. But in this case here, we're trying to lay water line because I want to have water faucets all over the place depending on where I'm needing water. So that's what he's been doing this morning, is digging this trench that you see here. The new little palapa there is where my water well is. And so we've got a trench that comes all the way out here, and then it's going to go right down here to where he is. And then right here, it makes a little T as a connection so that I can take another extension of the water line over there by my palapa that's going to be a bee house. And probably I'll put another extension on it where it can go back there toward the back. I don't know that. But anyway, you've got to have a backhoe because you can't dig this with a shovel. Part of it you can, but then you find rocks and you've got to have something to break them up and move them out of the way. So here in the Pueblo where I am, a backhoe like this with a jackhammer is going to cost about 4,500 pesos a day. And that's for more or less 7.5 hours. And they're not hard to find. Any medium or large pueblo is going to have a material dealer in the pueblo that sells gravel and sand. You can see all the sand and gravel we have because tomorrow we're pouring the roof of the house, so we put it all up on the hill so we wouldn't have to lug it up there in cement. But every pueblo is going to have a material supplier that sells this, and then they sell bags of cement. You can see some here and some up there underneath the porch. And so if you need a backhoe, you just go to that guy. And more than likely, he's going to be the one that has the machine that rents. And if not, he can put you in touch with someone who has one. But you're going to have this machine if you're going to build a house in the Yucatan, whether it's in the country or in the city, because there's a lot of excavation work. This particular machine has been here working for me now for 3 months straight because I'm doing a lot of landscaping and building planting beds and flattening a road, making the road level for gravel, and well, just all kinds of stuff. But you can't get by without one, and so that's where you find it. Find the material dealer and he'll connect you with the operator. Typically they will come, and 4,500 pesos a day includes the operator and diesel. Sometimes if you're not careful, I've been doing this long enough, I've got a relationship with these guys, but they'll quote you a price, and if you jump on the price, then they tell you that does not include diesel. So don't do that. Get a price that includes diesel and the operator, and typically the day rate is going to be for 7 or 8 hours, usually 8, and then half a day on Saturday, which is 4 hours from 8 to noon. So there you go. Hope you were able to hear this with all the racket of the machine in the background. This is all my tubing for the water line that I'm about to run.